Hello everyone, welcome back to LitQuest by Jeetu. I hope all of you are doing well. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss one of the most influential concepts in modern drama, alienation effect, also known by its German name, Verfremdungseffekt. It's a little difficult. Um, so, friends, if you are a BA, MA, BS student or UGC NET aspirants, this topic is extremely important because questions related to Bertolt Brecht and the alienation effects are frequently asked in the examination. Um, by the end of this lecture, you will be able to answer questions like what is the alienation effect, why did Bertolt Brecht introduce it, and what are its major techniques, how is it different from Aristotle catharsis. So friends, without any further delay, let's begin our discussion. So, what is alienation effect? Friends, before I define the alienation effect, let me ask you a simple question. Have you ever watched a movie and become so emotionally involved that you almost forgot you were watching a film? Most probably, I think yes. You laugh. You laugh when the hero laughs. You cry when the heroine cries. And sometimes you even feel angry at the villain. This emotional involvement is common in traditional theater and the cinema. Now, here's another question. Did Bertolt Brecht want his audience to experience the same kind of emotional involvement? The answer is no. Brecht believed that if audience became too emotional, they might stop thinking critically about the deeper social and political issues presented in the play. Therefore, he introduced the alienation effect. In simple words, we can say the alienation effect is a theoretical technique that prevents the audience from becoming emotionally absorbed in the story. Instead, it encourages them to observe, question, and think critically about what they are watching. Friends, one easy way to remember this concept is I will tell you traditional theater makes you feel. Brecht theater makes you think. This single sentence beautifully captures the essence of alienation effect. Now, let's understand the formal definition. The alienation effect is a dramatic technique that constantly reminds the audience that they are watching a performance rather than real life. The purpose is not to destroy the enjoyment of theater, but to prevent blind emotional identification with the characters. You may also come across different name for this concept. It is called alienation effect, distancing effect, V effect, Verfremdungs effect. It's too difficult, no? Which is the original German terms. Now, you might wonder, what does the German word Verfremdungs effect actually means? So, friend, it literally means making the familiar seems strange. In other words, Brecht wanted audience to look at ordinary social situation with the fresh eyes instead of accepting them as natural as inevitable. Right? So now let's move to its origin. Who developed the alienation effect? Answer is Bertolt Brecht, one of the Germany's greatest playwright and the theater practitioners. Brecht was born in 1898 and lived through two world wars, periods of political unrest and rapid social change. These experiences deeply influenced his ideas about theatre. Friends, during the 1920s and 1930s, he developed the concept of alienation effect as a part of his theory of epic theater. Another important question is, was Brecht influenced by any particular ideology? Yes, he was. His ideas were influenced by Marxism, which encouraged people to examine social inequality, class struggle, and injustice. Because of this influence, Brecht believed theatre should not merely entertain audience. It should also encourage them to think critically about society and inspire positive change. Right, friends? Now, let's discuss the main objectives. So, friends, you might ask to me, why did Brecht create the alienation effect and what was his aim? His first objective was to break the theoretical illusion. Normally, audiences forget forget that they are watching a play. Brecht wanted to prevent that. His second objective was to encourage critical thinking. Instead of asking, will the hero survive? Brecht wanted audience to ask, why is society like this? Can it be changed? Third one is expose social, political, and economic problems such as poverty, injustice, exploitation, and inequality. So, friend, finally, Brecht believed that society is not fixed. Human being can change it. Therefore, theatre should inspire audience to question existing system and imagine a better future. So, friends, remember these four objectives. First one, break the illusion. Second one, encourage critical thinking. Third, expose social problem. Fourth, inspire social changes. Now, come to the next point, that is the techniques of the alienation effects. So, friend, one of the most important parts of today's lecture is techniques. How did Brecht actually create the alienation effect on stage? For that, what he did, he used several dramatic techniques. These includes breaking the fourth wall, narration, songs, placards and projection, visible stage, lighting, machinery, episodic structure, minimal scenery, actors playing multiple roles. So don't worry if these terms should unfamiliar right now. In the next lecture, we will discuss each of these techniques one by one with the simple explanations and examples. Once you understand them individually, the entire concept of alienation effect will become much easier. Okay, friend? So friends, thank you, and if you like the lecture, please share with your friends and subscribe my channel LitQuest by Jeetu for part 2 of Alienation Effect. Thank you. Bye.